this rap battle though. My name. Huh? Tired? I mean, I'm pretty used to it. It's been my whole life, you know, so. Yeah, my name is Jade, without an A, JDE, Jade Bateman, jded.media, that's my media channel, and YouTube, and everything else under the sun. And this is my Corolla.
Okay, so we're here at Park right now in Canby, Oregon. Little bit of a trip. It's 3 days. This is, how many times have you been here?
A lot.
How many?
I don't know, probably 20.
Okay. So one of the questions that I was asked by somebody else to ask you is, A, how long have you had this car?
I've had this car a little over a year.
Okay. And you've done obviously a lot of work, or did you get it just like this?
A good mixture. When I got the car, it was spray painted and beat to shit. Interior was stripped and gutted with holes everywhere. Didn't have a full cage in it, but it did have the engine swap. It did have the 1UZ in it, and it did have an S13 rear subframe and an S13 front subframe with Corolla steering and suspension components. Since then, I've replaced the panels with metal panels, done the body work on the car, painted it with real paint. It had nitrous, still have that. I swapped the front end all to S13 components, so control arms, knuckles, hubs, everything. And I welded up all the holes in the interior, put a cage in it, carpet kit, seats, dash, wiring. She needs a little more wiring help, and then she should be money.
Okay. So if you know anything about wiring, hit up jded.media. Slide into those DMs without an A, yep, JDED. Another question that's pretty often asked of me, I was asked actually this morning to ask you this question. People want to know where you get your style from. And so I asked them, do you mean like his style, like his clothes and like his aesthetic, like the mullet, the pit vipers, or like, are you wondering where he gets his style for like his pink car, his pink Jeep, or are you wondering where he gets his driving style? And they said yes to all of those. What makes you be so unique?
That's not the easiest question to answer, or questions, but I would say I have a very eclectic style when it comes to most things. Like when people say like I listen to every music, like I do listen to every music. Like I'll go from jazz to death metal easily.
Yeah. What about like the car? Like
the car, you know, like
why a bright pink car with super mega spaced wheels?
I mean, in the most like honest and like humble like sense, I'm an attention whore.
Yeah.
I'm an attention whore. I'm an attention whore.
Yeah.
This is something that everyone looks at and can't not.
Right.
Also, like I feel like it's the best representation of myself because like it's very clean car, but it's rough around the edges. And I would say like I can have a professional appearance, but I still have a mullet and a muff brush at the end of the day. So like,
Sure.
you know, it's I don't know. It's just. Yeah, a representation of myself, and I like loud shit that's bright and in your face, but also like has a sense of pride in it, and like, you know, it's not a complete piece of shit.
Right. And so what about like in terms of the driving style? Like I rode with you yesterday, I'm gonna ride with you today hopefully. I rode with Gabe a lot in the black and pink 350Z. You guys are good friends. You're friends with Matt Poirena. You're friends with Spencer Casey, and like you see a trend. It seems like I've seen a trend where a lot of those drivers are super aggressive drivers. Like they aren't afraid to maybe dirt drop sometimes. They're not afraid to like hit a corner faster than they maybe should. Gabe yesterday did the whole track without e-brake just to see if he could do it, that kind of thing. And like it seems like you drive like that too. And like in all other aspects of your life, it's kind of like an all gas, no brakes thing. That's why I like hanging out with you guys, obviously. But can you talk a little bit about like your driving style?
I mean, at the end of the day, it would come down to like the roots of drifting is like building like the nicest car you can and then driving it till the wheels fall off and not being scared to wreck it, because at that point you just rebuild it better. And you know, why have a perfect car if you're not going to drive it hard? And you know, it's also been driving for a while. I've driven with these boys a lot. We know how we drive, and I have the confidence. I'm not out here just throwing it at a car hoping I don't hit them. Like I can come within inches and stop the car. And, you know, shit happens. I've wrecked cars. Like, we're not perfect, but, you know, as long as you bounce back and know that's a possibility, you just gotta fucking send it.
Oh yeah, man. All right, I think that'll probably do it. We're here with Kody, the man, the myth, the mullet. Look at those, look at that, woo, baby. All right, so what we're here doing, so this is my first time at Park, actually. So I've been doing media for 5 months, so I'm brand new to it. I'm just trying to get to know the drivers, right? There's a lot of people that like come out here and take cool pictures, or like they'll take a cool video, like a GoPro video from inside, like check out my car, it drives really good. There's a lot of people, I think there's an untapped market of people that don't really know that much scientifically about the cars. So what I've been doing is I've been kind of searching out the mullets, right? I've been searching out the guys that probably aren't as into the science as the rest of them, right? So you're into driving fast, hopefully looking cool, like you've got a sick car, obviously it's gold for God's sake, right? Matches your sunglasses. So what I want to know is, where do you get your style? So I'm going to give you this mic. You're going to just tell me real quick about like where you get your style.
So mainly I get my style from watching all the dudes in Japan just drift full send with a little taste of American V8, big spoiler. Just try to go big angle, big smoke, and yeah, look as best you can out there.
So would you say you drive aggressively?
I drive pretty aggressively, I would say.
Okay.
All about full tandems. I hate driving solo. I feel like I'm better at chasing than leading.
Okay.
But definitely don't drive conservatively.
Yeah, that's good.
Foot, skinny pedal all the way down.
Yeah.
Let her eat.
Right, let her eat. So, talk about the car a little bit.
I've had it for 5 years.
Okay.
It's a budget build.
Yeah.
I've just recently put the big Johnnies on it and got her wrapped, so she actually looks decent.
Yeah, she looks good.
Last 3-4 years, it's been bird shit white spray paint and just tire marks all up and down it. So now we got the over fenders and some nice panel stuff. So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
She looks good for once.
Yeah, and you said V8?
It's got the 5.3 LS. We're knocking this weekend, so I'm gonna try to pick up the old 6.0 on the way home actually, and
there you go. Yeah.
get her amped up.
Just throw a fucking diesel in it. Huh?
Yeah.
Throw a Cummins in there.
Something. Put a big ass American flag off the back of it.
Hell yeah, just let the eagle scream.
Screaming.
Okay, so how many times have you been to Park?
This will probably be like my 10th time
10th time?
in like 3 years.
So thousands of laps.
Quite, yeah. When I was KA all day, just hot laps. Now we got to be, I guess the only conservative thing about my car is keeping it cool.
Right. Yeah.
But
I've noticed a lot of cars overheating.
yeah, especially with the new track compound,
Right.
the new asphalt,
Yeah.
it definitely grips a little harder.
Yeah.
Great on tires,
Yeah.
and it's faster. So fast is good.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cheer.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Woo! Hey.
We good to go?
Yeah, we're good. So, yeah, just keep talking about
Driver style. Let's see. I would say that I am an aggressive driver, and that's why some people don't like me, because I crash into shit and I don't care about what my car looks like. And when it gets fucked up, I just fix it, because it's not that fucking hard to put doors on your car. I like my shit to be kind of hot boy, with big wheels and kind of low. My car is close to stock. It's a 2005 Nissan 350Z with motor-wise, it's pretty much nothing. It's a plenum spacer and a tune that was already on my car when I bought it from Nevada. The angle kit is the best angle kit you can buy. It is Unify R&D out of Bremerton, Washington. Aaron Mansfield runs that. So if you need a Z33 or S13 angle kit, you need to buy a Unify angle kit. But I don't know. It's a stock Z. It's got suspension, or it's got coils, suspension arms, angle kit, seat. Status kind of hooked me up a little bit on the seat, but I don't know. It's just seat time car. Yeah. So I just finished Drift Week. I drove a C6 Corvette on Drift Week, and I've wanted one for years. Everyone wants a Corvette, but they're fucking expensive. So I don't know. Came back, found one cheap on Facebook Marketplace that didn't have an engine in it. Got that, got LS3 for it, so that will be my Pro-Am car. So I'll drive Pro-Am 2022. And then the Z is just gonna get put outside. I don't know. There's a lot of, so I've only been into drifting for like 3 years is when I bought my Z. And I met a lot of really, really cool people, but I have met a lot of surprisingly not cool people. But it's kind of personalities clash. I'm kind of a dickhead and like to fuck around and talk shit. Some people don't like me because of it. Jade's G35, we drove for a year, every single weekend. Neither of us had problems. This car doesn't have problems. I don't have mechanical problems. It doesn't. Yeah, it's little shit like when I fucking strip a lug nut. But that's not the car's fault, that's my fault. So, yeah, I'm way too strong. Working out too much. Yeah, my friends are fucking cool. And if I run into them, they don't get mad. Because they know you're gonna help them fix it. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Don't take your car out if you're scared of your car getting fucked up. I mean, don't hop in behind random people in tandem because that sucks. But there's those people that buy baller-ass cars and think that they're gonna somehow drift it for 2 years and it's not gonna get fucked up, but it's going to. I mean, dude, street drifting's cool. I'm all for street drifting. I love street drifting.
But is it cool when like you're running your friends over and like
No. If you're not from the Bay Area, shut the fuck up and quit doing takeovers. No, even Japan. Japan doesn't do takeovers because Japan, you get caught doing that shit, they'll probably crush your car. Bay Area, it is what it is. It started in Bay Area. If you want to do a takeover and you live in fucking Bay Area in California, whatever, I'm not going to be the one to say any. That's not my place. But if you're a fucking loser from Tacoma and you make a fake car meets page and you guys go shut down bridges, you're a punk. I accidentally got a little Chelsea DeNofa on that one. I didn't mean to do that. But if you do takeovers, fuck you. You can follow Drift Team Ignit on Instagram. I think it's Ignit_drift. No, I don't think anyone ever posts on it. I'm the only one that posts on it, and I barely post on my own social media. But then you can follow my Instagram's on my car somewhere, I think. It's Spencer Casey with 2 Y's. Yeah, you can follow the life of me fucking my car up and then fixing it, and then doing it again and doing it in. It's been real. Yeah, we'll try.
All right, man. Thanks. So, here with Kyle Gunderson. The question that I've been asking the other guys, I mean, I asked Jade, obviously he's got a pink car and he's known for being kind of a character, right? I asked Kody, who, same thing, like fiery mullet.
Oh, yeah.
You're working on it. You're getting there. So what I'm asking everybody though is, I see like you got a wrap, right? So you've got this kind of like gray with a blue like splash design. You've got pretty sick blue tint on your windshield, a lot of cool decals, like a lot of matching stuff. So I'm asking drivers about, it's like I'm not a huge driver, right? I'm not a huge like car guy. I think like most of the people that watch my videos don't really, it's like they're watching to like get to know the drivers, get to know like how the pits work, like how this kind of stuff works. So trying to share like a different perspective. So tell me a little bit about like where you get your style. Like, do you think matching is just cool? Like, is that just the way to do it? Like, how do you feel about the way that you designed your car? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with how it drives? Are you happy with how you drive? So grab this here and just kind of talk about that.
So when I picked this thing up, I got it. I know it's ugly because it's a vert, but I got a really good deal on it. It was a pretty clean chassis when I picked her up, and just kind of went from there. I put the cage in there, had to get rid of the soft top, so it gives it a really unique look. You really don't see a lot of these out here. Originally it was kind of dark gray. We messed up a couple fenders, so I had to pick up some new ones. And when I did that, they did not match the car. So we decided to go with a wrap, and my idea was to match my buddies. I didn't want to steal their exact color, but I wanted to go with something that flowed pretty good with their style for videos and pictures. That way we can all look together. And honestly, the vinyl decal on the side was $30 on Etsy, so I couldn't pass that up. The other guys are spending over $1,000 on their custom decals. And then the blue windshield just kind of flows because I got the whole blue interior, blue cage, blue seats, blue steering wheel. I really like the color blue, and it just pops. And that light gray with the bright blue really brings everything out, and the car stands out. I mean, I've only been driving for a year, and I've met a lot of people that have just come up to me because it's such a different car out here, being a convertible. And it's just kind of its own style. It's ugly, but it's a cool kind of ugly to me.
I really like the at the ridge when it was kind of raining a little bit. You put that kind of like cardboard.
Yeah, no, we got a ABS plastic roof that's held on with hood pins. it does the job because we live in Washington, so obviously we get quite a bit of rain. It's not always like this.
Right.
Keeps the seats dry from molding. Keeps my head dry.
Yeah.
Before that, we actually had a leather top. That's what the buttons are on the cage, and flew off on the track and almost hit the guy behind me. So we had to go with something else, and we just kind of make do with it. I actually want to make a different top. You can get the coupes off of the normal, or the hatches off the coupes, and make a top out of those. So it's a work in progress, but it's my first drift car, so we're just kind of learning as we go.
All right, last question. Do you see yourself as like an aggressive driver or like kind of a conservative driver? Like, do you worry about things like smoking your spoiler, smoking your rear quarter panels? Like, do you worry about wrecking other people's cars? Like, do you feel like you're getting to the level now? I mean, you're less than a year into this. Do you feel like you're at the level now or getting to the level where you can start getting doors with people and feel confident?
Well, as long as my car doesn't end up like the one behind it, getting towed on a tractor, I'm all for it. I can dent a fender. I don't mind I've already broke wing plates at Evergreen hitting the wall. Bumpers have been haggard. I mean, if I'm comfortable with the driver in front of me and the driver behind me, I mean, if they want to run my door, I'll give it right back to them. I've built that confidence because I have such good friends that are really good drivers.
What's an example of some drivers that you would feel confident with?
Driving with Spencer, you got DJ out there, Colin, all those guys, they're super adaptive. They let me drive with them even though I'm not to their skill level. And that just puts pressure on you to succeed as a driver when you're driving with those guys. You don't want to mess your car up too bad. You don't want to mess theirs up. So it just puts that adrenaline and it just clicks other than driving by yourself. I feel like driving with experienced drivers is the fastest way to get up to their skill level. It's like that in a lot of sports with dirt bikes. If you go by yourself, you're going to get better slowly. You get put in a pack of other guys, it's the same thing. You see their lines, you see what they're doing. Another thing is you ride in their cars because they have the same chassis as mine. I'll see when he's pulling the handbrake, when he's clutch kicking, and just watching that and taking that in, it's like a light switch. You see that, you get your car, you're a different driver. So I've been trying to get as much seat time in as I can, but yeah, I love being aggressive. I mean, there's nothing cooler than...
Yesterday, man, it's like, you know, for being a year into it, it's like, I could definitely tell you're starting to get it. You're starting to pick it up. Like, we didn't go off track once. We did 6 laps. We didn't go off track once. I think we maybe dirt dropped once, maybe.
Nothing wrong with a little wheeling.
Right, yeah. A little wheeling, man. That's how to do it. So, yeah, anyway, appreciate it. I'll probably do more of these as we go, but yeah, I've just been out here hitting up as many people as I can. You know, it's mostly people I know right now. It's just easier that way, but we'll get there. Thanks, man. Yeah. So I'm here with DJ. He's got this sick 350Z. It's got the shark teeth in the front. I'm gonna kind of insert some video of that. Like, I really like that. I think that was really creative. I was actually at your house when you were doing that. And that's kind of the thing is, like, I wanted to do these videos because I know you guys personally. I really like you guys as people, and I think that a lot of the drift videos don't showcase you guys as people, and they don't talk about your style. They don't talk about anything. I'm trying to get across you guys as drivers. So I want you to tell me a little bit about the car. Obviously, this is a pretty stylish car. So it jumps out, the shark teeth in the front. That's obviously a unique idea that I haven't seen anywhere else, right?
I haven't either. That's why
there's a lot of like cool stuff like that. So I want you to talk about your style. These are the questions I'm asking all the drivers. So I want you to talk about your style, where you get it, and I wanted you to talk about your driving style. So do you feel like you drive aggressively? Do you drive conservatively? Are you more of like this is a really nice car that I don't want to fuck up? Like, I don't want to just smash a wheel. I don't want to drive silly and dirt drop and fuck up my livery. Like, talk about your style and the driving style.
All right, well, for me, I envisioned a car, so I got this for 3 months rent from Joey, you guys have heard. It was literally mangled when I got it. I drove it. The couple days after I got it, didn't have a hydro, did stock rear arm, stock everything, went out there, drove it, was running doors just by left foot braking and clutch kicking. And then I was like, all right, this platform's sick. So I had a Vision. Before I wrapped it, I got 5-6 different multicolored doors, fenders, everything was crazy. It looked like the Harley Quinn VWs. I was like, I kind of like that, but then my girlfriend, she bought a Toyota Tacoma, but it was the Nardo Gray. And she always wanted gloss sandstorm, and I was like, well, I love gloss sandstorm, so I'll throw it on the Z. And honestly, I haven't seen any other drift car with Claw Sandstorm.
Right.
So I really wanted it.
Who did that for you?
What's up?
Who did that for you?
The Chasing Aurora, and then Derek wrapped it for me. Derek and Spencer helped.
Okay, yeah.
So then I got sponsored by 425 this year. I was talking to them. They helped with the livery and everything. So yeah, so I'd say my driving style is, even though I have a really clean, nice car, I go out to put the best show on for the crowd, man. That's what drifting is. It's a roaring show. I mean, yesterday, me and Spencer, we were glued to each other all the way through turn 1 and the rest of the track. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dude." I was like, "Dude, don't worry about it. It's literally just a livery. I can cut this out and put a new one on." I'm not the type where like, "Oh, I have a nice car. I want to try to keep it clean. I want to go out there, drive, have fun,
Yeah, and
just
I
shred."
noticed, you know, like watching you guys is a lot of fun, especially like Spencer and Gabe and Matt, and you know, like a lot of you guys have powerful cars that are built well. It seems like you guys take a lot of time and pride into actually like doing it right and not just duct taping it. I know there's a lot of like shit box, like haha. It seems like you guys really do actually take this pretty seriously, and it's obviously a lot of fun for us to watch. So my next question is actually kind of a funny one that's really specific to you. So I was over at your house, I think maybe the same day you guys were wrapping this, honestly, and you showed me your sim. So you've got the sim in your house, and you made the comment of like, I learned how to drift from this. Like, this is what's really helping me drive better.
Oh, no,
and I was like, man, that's actually kind of sick if you think about it, right? So, you know, like flight sims have been around for a long time, and it's like, you know, you almost feel like you could fly a plane afterwards, right? So tell me a little bit about the game. It looks like you play CarX a lot. So
it's a Assetto Corsa.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what you play, how you play it, and how you think it's helped you.
Okay, yeah, so I was on lunch. I had a BMW, whatever, it was a 330 Ci.
Okay.
It was just a little clap box, and I was just sitting on lunch at work one day, and this dude posted that simulator for a trade for a BMW. I was like, screw it. I texted him,
Sick.
and he was like, "Yeah, dude, let's meet up tonight." So I went and got it, not knowing anything about Sims or anything, and it happened to be like the top of the line, Fanatec, everything.
Yeah.
Brought it home,
looks
jumped
sick,
on.
It's like the whole thing.
Yeah, so I jumped on. I posted a picture of it on my story, and my buddy Scotty D saw it, and he drives a sim. He's like, "Hey, dude, I'm in a group with a bunch of FD drivers that all play Assetto Corsa together.
Right.
Come in, just don't fanboy, come in and come play."
Yeah.
So the first day I jumped on, it was me, Scotty D, Travis Reeder, Dylan Hughes, Jeff Jones, 4 FD drivers, all, and then they're all like, "Dude, driving the sim will help, like, perfect your driving. Like, it teaches you all the good habits, what to do in what situation."
What does it teach you?
So like when to transition, your transition timing, predicting when the lead driver is going to transition so you can transition a little bit before him.
Right.
When to left foot brake, or how to, like, maybe you should dump a little bit more angle in this corner.
And you can do all of this in the game.
Yes. It's all force feedback, so the steering wheel reacts like a real steering wheel. So when you flick it and let go of it and transitions, it'll transition for you and everything. It's the most realistic thing you can do.
Would you recommend to like a 16, 17-year-old kid
Yes,
to
go
do that?
go buy a sim before you drive by a car.
And that's worth it, you think?
Yeah,
You
it
think-
saves you tires.
Yeah.
It gives you all the fundamentals. There's
Right.
so Sam and the green Eric Hortek, we all play Assetto Corsa together. We all drive a lot on Assetto
Well,
Corsa.
Sam's a great driver. Like,
Yeah,
Sam's
exactly.
pretty new to this still.
And he says the
Yeah.
same thing. Assetto has helped
Right.
him. The same with Eric. Eric used to be not that great, but now I trust him 100% because we drive so much on Assetto.
Yeah.
I know his driving style just from the game.
Right.
And now we're going on here.
Yeah, and it's interesting. That's the other reason I wanted to talk to you guys as people, because it's like you talk to some drivers and they're like, screw a game. Like, I don't need a game. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to just go for it, right?
And spend all their money on tires.
Yeah, right. And it's cool because there's some people that are great drivers that do that.
Yeah.
But it's cool that there's a kind of a more modern, like, you can see the times changing, right? So I think in 5-10 years there's going to be a lot more simulators paired with cars, right? So
Well, think of it. Taylor Ray drives the Assetto. Adam LZ drives Assetto.
Right.
A lot of the FD drivers drive Assetto on their off time. We all have like off seasons. We have competitions on Assetto every Friday night,
that's
and they say
insane.
it just keeps up with her.
Right.
Like, to start out,
yeah.
either go find a Z, SN95 Mustang,
I've thought about that. I was
E36.
like, man,
Don't overbuild a car for your driving.
right.
Like, go out there, stock angle, whatever. Go seat time.
Just
Seat
go
time,
feel it.
Yeah, seat
Yeah.
time is over everything.
I think that's good advice. Day 3.
Day 3.
You're gonna drive day 3.
Yep.
You didn't drive day 2.
No, I went out to the beach.
A lot of people went to the beach yesterday.
Yes, it was amazing.
Day 1, anything crazy happen? Any crazy crashes? Anything?
Just a lot of great tandems.
Yeah.
Go.
Matt and Sam in the background now.
Yep.
So maybe you'll get some time with them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Some
I'm
doors.
gonna go drive with everyone. Put
Some,
the best show on
and
for
then
the
you
crowd.
said the green double trouble. You
Yep,
drive with him
Eric,
too.
yep,
Okay. Sweet.
Yep. Yeah,
So
it's
maybe
pretty
we'll
fun.
see a couple clips of Double Trouble, the Shark Boy,
Yeah.
and
we'll get to see
the Zebra.
a stock jded keep up with an LS. Oh, I got the grippy 255s on, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll
Stock
see.
DE.
I'm excited to see it, man.
Sweet.
All right. Thanks, dude.